Welcome to Zen Fits and the Art of the Movies, and the movie I'm working with today is Avatar, and this is the third talk. We've been talking about, forgot my thing. We've been talking about Jake Sully's No Man's Land, when he didn't know if the human world was real or the Pandora was real, didn't know what the dream or the waking state. He didn't know what was real, the dream or the waking state, because he was going back and forth, waking, sleeping, waking, till finally he didn't know what the fuck was real. Of course, in the movie, it was a part of the plot where he was rejected by both sides. But psychologically, when we're looking at your no man's land, what does your no man's man feel like? Feels like nothing you do is any good. Now, how do we know we're in no man's land? Well, the best indicator that you're in a no man's land is when you're humiliated. It's when you feel the pain of humiliation. Because if you notice, now would work with simple ones, easy ones, like your wife or your husband says, what you said was baloney, was no good. That's humiliating. When somebody rejects your good intention, your good idea, your best, you see, and somebody says, oh, baloney, you say, that's humiliating. And it's can be a very subtle pain. And it's so normal that we think the pain of humiliation is normal. And most people go through life from one humiliation to another. Small? Who doesn't come into your house and sit down and just tell you how they were humiliated by the clerk at Walmart and what they did? And if you have a humiliation in your mind, in your life, it's going to go like a mic in an amplifier. I shouldn't have done that. I'll do this next time. Next time I'll get them. God damn it, they're not going to do, yada, yada, yada. And you can watch the monologue of the Ouroboros, which is a snake chasing its tail, this little dragon chasing its tail, devouring itself, trying to get out of the humiliation by thinking. And then we vow that the next time I meet that person, I'm going to do such and such, you see. But that's vengeance. That's not... That's just kicking the no man's land down the road, because then if you do that, there'll be another humiliation. So if you want to see the no man's land, look for, and do it in the small things around the house, in the easy to work with. Don't do it with the boss fires you or something, or you get embarrassed in public or whatever. But work with the small ones. So how do you work with the humiliation? Well, there was a story of a master who had a disciple who was suffering from anger at being humiliated by life. So the master said, well, listen, here's what you do. You hire somebody to humiliate you every day for 3 years. Every day for 3 years. Okay, so at the end of the 3 years, he went to another town where there was a little, a hobo or drunk person, not a drunk, but a person standing there, and who humiliated him, called him a name, humiliated him. And the man just roared with laughter and said, for 3 years, I've been paying somebody to do that, and now it's free. And now it's free. Get it? So, how do you work with humiliation? You don't have to go pay somebody to do it, but you recognize it as a no man's land, where nothing you do is any good to get out of a humiliation. So you just sit with it. You sit with the feeling. You don't do anything. You don't react. You just sit with it with great curiosity. Well, this little pain of humiliation is very, very interesting. I'm going to meditate on it. I'm going to just let it sit and tell me what it wants to do, what it's about. invite it in for tea. Sit down with it. Sit down with the unpleasant feeling of humiliation and ask it, what are you about? Be curious. So this is an intervention. You catch when the humiliation comes, we react. The first responder is always blame. You hurt me. I hurt you. Did it. You humiliated me. You didn't like my idea, and it was a great idea, and you dismissed it. You see, so the relationships are full of this. Relationships are full of it, but we think it's normal. You see, and if it gets too bad, we change the relationship. But normally we just listen to people. What do they talk about? They talk about when they were humiliated by somebody, by some event, something, and it eats them. So they come and give it to you. It's like a cat bringing a dead mouse. They dump the humiliation in your living room, in your lap, and then you feel the pain, and they leave feeling better about it. And you've got it. Isn't that funny? So how do you work with the no man's land? Well, the first thing is to notice that it's a no man's land, that it's humiliation, that it's a catch-22. Give it a name. Give it something. Give it a name. Give the feeling a name. The Hurt Locker. There's a movie. Watch the movie about the Hurt Locker. So when you feel the pain or humiliation, instead of reacting, the first responder, who did it? Damn, going to get you, yada, yada, yada. Don't blame it. Name it. Name it my hurt locker. Oh, there's my hurt locker again. Now, once you name the hurt locker, you're going to invite it in for tea. You're going to welcome it. Well, this is my hurt locker. It's not anyone else's. I'm the one that's hurting. So I should sit with it like I would sit with somebody in the hospital. Or I would hug somebody in my family who's hurting. Well, you're hurting, so hug yourself. You're hurting, so sit with yourself by the bedside like in a hospital. Welcome the hurt, you see. Now, you've probably never done this before, but you have to do it in order to see what's going to happen. Because when you welcome your hurt, who do you blame? There's no one to blame. Because you've welcomed the hurt. You've welcomed the blame. You accept it. You allow it. You invite it in, you see. And that intervenes between the hurt and I hurt. When there's just hurt, there's no I to it. It's just a feeling. It's just a pain, an unpleasant feeling. But as soon as you add I hurt, now you got to find the blame for I hurt. And now you're off in a search for resolution and vengeance, you see, and you kick the hurt down the locker. So try this. Notice the pain of humiliation and work with little ones, not big ones. Invite it in for tea, sit with it, and see what happens. See what happens. That is the last shadow of Avatar. It's unknowable. You don't know what's going to happen. It's unknowable. You don't know what's going to happen. Thanks for dropping in.